Fortnite players are always wondering what Epic Games will add in upcoming updates, and oftentimes updates get leaked way before they're even released. However, sometimes the community will make assumptions about what's going to happen in the next update, and it tends to trick a lot of players, especially new players and kids who don't know too much about the game or what is even going on. You can't exactly prove these assumptions wrong or right, and you really just have to wait for the next few updates to make sure something is true. I mean, I thought there was going to be a volcano at Loot Lake, not a giant floating island in which you can fly around. Epic Games consistently surprises us with what they add in their updates, and as of recently, no one has been able to make accurate assumptions. Today's video ranks the top 5 myths in Fortnite that aren't true. If you're new to Fortnite Frenzy, make sure to subscribe to keep up with the latest Fortnite updates because we post daily Fortnite videos. Maybe even consider dropping a like on this video and turning on post notifications. It'll help us out tremendously. Without further ado, let's get into today's video. Number 5. Starting off today's list, we have a myth that went around where players were led to believe they ran faster while holding certain weapons. This myth was pretty believable considering that guns like the minigun surely weigh more than a shotgun or assault rifle, which should in turn make your player move around the map much slower. Obviously, many players try to test this theory, but it was pretty hard to tell whether you were actually moving faster or not.
I'm fast as boy.
Most people were led to believe that if you had your pickaxe out, then you would run faster than you would if you were carrying any other gun. This would make sense since other games like CSGO consider that if you have your knife out, you will run faster than you would if you're holding a gun like the Op. This Fortnite myth didn't go around for very long, because players started to time how fast they could run with their pickaxe out versus when they run with any other gun. Anyone could have tested this theory to prove it wrong by simply just timing how fast your character runs in game, and that's why we rank this myth at number 5. I wouldn't be surprised if Epic Games add varying movement speeds based on what your character is holding. Number 4. This myth started when a strange, never-before-seen backpack was found in a Fortnite pre-game lobby on a John Wick. The backpack looked like it could belong to the skin known as Bright Bomber due to the color wave and the rainbow scene on it. It also looked somewhat like a lunchbox, and a lot of people wanted to find out how they could get their hands on it. Players began to wonder how someone, other than a developer of course, was able to get such a backpack in-game. This led to creative minds coming together in the community that led people to believe that finding all 3 llamas in a single game of Battle Royale, you will unlock this rare backpack as a free bonus. This was basically impossible to do, which would explain why only one person has been cited using this backpack. But it was hard to prove that this myth was false at the time because there wasn't exactly any way for someone to prove it true. The odds of someone getting all 3 llamas in one game is too close to impossible, and while many have come close, I have yet to see anyone actually find all 3 llamas in one game. I've actually gotten 2 llamas in one game multiple times, but the chances of getting 3 is just too slim. This myth was later proved wrong when the skin called Bright Gunner released to the item shop, which is the male counterpart to Bright Bomber, featured the rainbow lunchbox as its backpack, and most players really only bought the skin so that they could use the backpack on Bright Bomber. The only real explanation for the backpack being seen in a pre-game lobby before its release would be that a player was a developer, or maybe even some kind of hacker that was able to use it before its release.
What's that pounding noise?
What is that? I'm hacking the mainframe.
Such as this.
This kid's definitely on crack right now.
Boom, headshot! Boom, headshot! Boom, headshot!
I can't believe you've done this.
Number 3. Fortnite has a massive fan base, and any news that comes out about this game is sure to reach each and every player. Back in May of 2018, a rumor went around that Fortnite was going to be shutting down due to a lawsuit from PUBG about copyright infringement. The myth was started when an edited photo of Fortnite Games tweet surfaced online stating, "Due to the lawsuit against PUBG on copyright infringement, we are sorry to inform you that Fortnite Battle Royale will be coming to an end May 24th, 2018. Save the World will still be in development and we will roll out ASAP. Thank you for all the support." It seems pretty believable at first. If I saw this posted on Instagram, it's not like I would go to Twitter to make sure they actually tweeted this. So many players were taken aback by this absurd statement and most were in disbelief. Considering Fortnite's popularity, it seemed impossible for the game to just shut down out of the blue. This whole scandal about Fortnite Battle Royale shutting down ended because the tweet was proved as being faked and or photoshopped. However, recently a screenshot emerged of a fake Fortnite Games Twitter account that tweeted, "Fortnite will be shutting down on September 26, 2018. We just simply can't keep up with the big demand. It was fun while it lasted. A big thank you from everyone at Epic Games. Except this time around, the myth ended relatively fast as people were quick to realize that the actual Fortnite Twitter never said such a thing. Even if Epic Games were to end Fortnite Battle Royale, I doubt they would announce the big news with a simple tweet to the community. Number 2. PUBG has been Fortnite's competitor for quite some time now. While Fortnite has far surpassed PUBG in popularity and content in general, some believe Fortnite would follow PUBG by adding a first-person mode that could be interchanged to third-person whenever a player wants. Battle Royale has been out for a little over a year now, and Fortnite hasn't hinted at adding any kind of first-person gameplay. While the idea sounds interesting, I believe it would lead to a bunch of glitches and would overall make gameplay much worse. For example, players who rely on building to survive, like Ninja and many other streamers, would find that playing in first person would be 100 times harder to do almost anything, especially in Fortnite. PUBG is a different story because you don't build, which means you don't need to see as much of the area around your player. In Fortnite, with third person, you can peek around corners, and you can see if anyone is close by to your player, whereas if you're playing in first person, it would be much harder to spot and fight nearby enemies. I highly doubt that Epic Games would ever add first person to Fortnite, but I do think it would be really awesome, even though I'd be dying all the time. Honorable mention. I'd like to include in today's video is the myth revolving around the Season 5 Week 6 challenge, where players had to search where the stone heads are looking. Similar to the treasure map challenges, when you find the correct location, you get a battle star for your battle pass. When the battle star was found by players right outside Salty Springs, a lot of people started to think that maybe Epic Games would be removing Salty Springs from Battle Royale, and that this challenge is hinting at it. The myth was debunked by the time the season ended, as nothing had happened to Salty Springs, although previously believed that Epic would be taking it away. I really never believed this myth because there really wasn't a reason for Epic to change this part of the map. I still frequently drop Salty Springs when I play with my friends, and I'm not sure what Epic Games could have replaced it with if they did end up doing something. Number 1. Finally, in our number 1 spot today, we have a pretty recent rumor that went around where players could play as SpiderMan in Battle Royale. Crazy, right? Well, this YouTuber was able to manipulate his client so when he or anyone else in his lobby plays as Omega, they appear as Spider-Man on his screen. However, only he can see this modification. No one else in the lobby can see this reskin unless for some reason they have some modded client. While he insists what he's doing isn't bannable, I'm sure Epic Games would be happy to start banning players if everyone starts reskinning the skins they sell. I think it's pretty insane that some players are able to make their own designs and apply them to skins already seen in game. This really paves the way for creative modders to create new colorways of skins already released and make their own gaming experience a lot more interesting. Imagine being able to use whatever skins you own in whatever colors you want.
You're gonna be okay, ma'am. I've got the cure right here.
Take off your mask. I want to see my nephew.
Pizza time.
Like I always say, if you did make it this far, make sure to hit me up in the comments as I always respond. Say what's up. Also, don't forget to drop a like down below. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, guys.